Hey guys, this is Mia with Austin Underground. I'm here at ACL 2023, joined by Jeffrey Paradise from Poolside. How are you feeling today?
$1 million.
$1 million? You liking the weather? Is it better than last weekend?
It's much nicer, yeah. Last
better.
weekend was quite hot. Now we're in a cool breeze in the shade. There was an eclipse today. Couldn't be better.
That.
Yeah, it was wild.
Did you get to see anyone last weekend that you liked?
No.
No. Are you going to see anyone today?
I'd like to see a few people. I want to see Gus Dapperton, and I want to see Tegan and Sarah.
Oh,
and
classics.
I want to see Bob Moses.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Are you going to be here tomorrow as well, or?
I think so, yeah. I'm going to come in the morning. I have to fly out tomorrow night, though.
Oh, well, hope you have a safe flight.
I do, too.
So,
that would be nice.
Poolside has surpassed a decade of existence, and you've described your sound as daytime disco. After 12 years, how do you ensure this sound resonates with both old and new fans alike?
I don't.
You don't? Just go for it.
I just make whatever I feel like.
And you should.
If it resonates, it does, and if it doesn't, then I made music I like.
Yeah, that's the true artist statement. Should be all about.
Yeah, I
that.
just wouldn't really want to play music that I don't really feel doesn't resonate with me. So my hope is if it resonates with me, that will also resonate with other people, but I'd rather have it resonate with me and a small number of people than not resonate with me and resonate with a large number of people.
Yeah, clearly it's resonating with many, so
it seems
I guess
to be going okay. But
I think you're doing just fine.
But that's what I try to think. If I'm feeling it, then hopefully other people will, but if not, fuck them.
Yeah, that's wonderful. All right. So I'm sure you've been asked many times about your musical influences, but now living in Malibu, would you say the natural environment has influenced your sounds, like the beach or anything?
Definitely. I live in the mountains of Malibu, not right on the beach. So I'm in a very rustic kind of area. And yeah, it's beautiful, and it's got that California coast ruggedness to it. It's not as bougie as I would have ever imagined. But yeah, it definitely fits in. There's a lot more guitars. I like to sit on my porch and play guitar and stuff like that now. So definitely leaning into a more California guitar sound than a more dance music, perhaps.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to ask about Last Shift, because you have an album coming out this Friday.
Yeah, a few days.
I've seen you described it as more of a song focus than track focus.
Yeah.
Tell me about why you made that shift and what the process was like of creating that album.
Well, the beginning, it came from a DJ perspective. I'm mostly a DJ. And I was just let's make really slow, chilled out DJ music. So it's very much coming from a track kind of concept.
Yeah.
So as time's gone on, I formed a band. We tour as a live band. We've gotten more into the craft of songwriting, which is just dance music's a lot more about production, a lot more about dynamics. You're not really making this craft of songwriting in the traditional sort of the same way you would craft a song in the 60s is the same as you would today. It's not about drops or risers or anything So I've just gotten more into the craft of songwriting and making songs that kind of work as a little piece of theater, perhaps.
And do they feel more personal to you?
Definitely. It's a lot. You have to make more lyrics when you make a song. A dance music song can just be drop,
party.
Whatever, one phrase repeated. So songs, you have to draw that from somewhere.
Yeah, a vulnerable state.
It's a lot more vulnerable. It's a lot more personal. I'm singing more, which is also very vulnerable for me. I'm not a trained singer, so it's a little scary, and yeah.
Is it gratifying to put yourself out here more in a personal state, as opposed to when you were?
Yeah, no, it totally is. You feel a lot more connected to it. It's more scary. Before, people made some shitty YouTube comment I didn't give a fuck. But now when someone says something shitty, I'm just oh man, that sucks.
That's my feelings. Are you talking about?
Yeah, so I understand. It's hard being putting more of yourself into the music.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
So collaborators have been a significant part of your artistic journey.
Yes.
How do you choose who to collaborate with, and what is something unexpected you've learned from these partnerships?
What was that last part?
What's something unexpected you've learned from these partnerships?
Well, I think the unexpected one I'll answer first is if you're having fun, the music turns out good, typically. And if you're not, the music doesn't really turn out so well. So I always try to create like a fun environment rather than like a work environment.
I see.
And so because of that, one of the things that's the most important about collaborating is I like the person. So I generally like to work with friends. It's kind of lonely making music sometimes. You're just alone.
Yeah.
So I like to collaborate to avoid that just like staring at your computer for like days.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I want to work with someone I really like. And I think you have to have at least a similar musical language. Like
Yeah,
you talk
absolutely.
about music in the same way. Otherwise, it gets really weird. Like, I don't know. So yeah, just
I understand.
having some shared references about what's cool to you is really nice. And if you don't see what like is cool in the same way, it's very hard to collaborate.
Yeah. And can fans expect any collaborations in this new album?
Oh yeah, there's tons.
Anyone new? Or can you not tell
Almost-
us yet?
No, it's announced in some ways. So it's coming out. I collaborated with this guy, Life on Planets. That's
Okay.
a new look for Poolside. Let me see, Slender Bodies. There's a collab. This woman, Nora the Molecule,
Okay.
Munya.
These are awesome
there's
names.
like a lot of Ben Browning, but we've collaborated before. Panama, we've collaborated before. There might be a couple more I'm forgetting right now, but Van Sire,
Yeah.
which are great, that came out already. So yeah, there's a lot. There's like half collabs.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So with your music being described most like positive, uplifting, how do you navigate maintaining this like positivity during challenging times?
Well, the music isn't always positive, to be honest. It's not negative or anything, but the music's pretty like hopeful, perhaps. But there's like a more, challenging, like bittersweet, nostalgic, like there's plenty of sadness in the music. So I think you just channel that into like hope, I guess, is where it really comes from, or perhaps like I don't know. It's a good question because I don't totally have a answer for it. But I think as a person, I'm hopeful always, and always wanting things to be a little better than they are. Perhaps that's a flaw at times, but you channel that into the music because there's always a bright side, So that's how it's pretty helpful. Like the pandemic was very challenging.
Exactly, yeah.
So, a lot of music you had to like hope for a better time while making it. And but yeah, a lot of if you read the lyrics or get into it, there's always a little bit of the heartbreak and the
Yeah, of
challenge.
course.
It's not all sunshine and rainbows, as we
Well,
know.
I'm glad you're able to channel it through your art, and I'm excited to see how you do with this new album. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Again, this is Mia with Awesome Underground, and thank you, Poolside. That's a wrap.